You've got to love this season, y'all. I'm glad Haleigh won HOH. However, if they had talked to each other, Bayley would still be there. Do I think Bayley should have left? Yes, but because I think that game was really bad for her on a psychological level. That fight between her and Tyler, I hated it. I hated both sides. On Twitter, you'll see me defending Bayley, but I'm just calling it like I see it. When Tyler approached Bayley, and he's like, I've got the veto. If I go and take him, talking about Brett, down, and he went, Angela goes up, right? And Bayley's like, yeah, probably. She said that, yes, but he didn't know at the time that she had already made a deal with Angela. So did Bayley say, yeah, Angela was going up? Yeah, but the point of that entire thing was that Tyler brought Angela up first, which is the truth. Tyler threw Angela's name out before Bayley said anything. And for people to say that's not how it happened when there's video proof, they just showed it on tonight's episode. If I pull him, Brett, off, then Angela goes up. That's the crux of it. That's everything. And for people to say, I don't really care, Bayley, she's just disgusting. There's a lot of microaggressions going on right now. And I'm sorry, hey, I'm not trying to ignore you. I'm just in the middle of a thought. But let's see. I do believe that tonight played out perfectly. I feel like Rockstar should still be in the house. Even if they had talked to Sam, Bayley could have stayed. Bayley could have been a much bigger threat. She also could have been a huge target for the other side. It's crazy. Yes, so someone just said that Bayley doesn't know that Tyler is in an alliance with Angela. Here's the thing. Let me break off from that. In this exit interview, nothing was given away. There was no secrets given away. So I've said it before in other videos that they're thinking about having a jury battle back. They didn't give anything away in this interview with Bayley, other than the fact that Swaggy met Bayley's family and they got along well. Nothing game related. So she could be going to sequester right now. I'm hoping that's the case, because they've done this before where they don't tell the first person evicted that they're going home or they're going to the jury house. They'll tell them something after the cameras are off, because it happened, I think, last year with Jillian. Jillian, I don't think knew she was coming back. I may be wrong, but there have been times when there was a battle back and they didn't tell the first person that was evicted. Okay, so here's the thing. People are saying that that's awesome. Amy's saying that's awesome. Amy, I do agree with you. However, if Haleigh sends out the wrong person, then Bayley's going to be in trouble, because Bayley isn't the strongest competitor. And a lot of time, these jury battle backs are physical. And so if she goes and sends out Brett, Angela, or Tyler, Bayley may not have a chance. Puzzles, I think she sort of has an advantage over Angela. She's on par with Tyler, but Brett is really good at that stuff, y'all. Y'all saw it tonight. Brett was pretty good. I personally believe that Haleigh messed up when she chose Scotty and Brett to go against each other. She should have chose Brett and JC. That's just me. To gain trust for Scotty, I would have left Scotty alone. Even if you were going after Scotty, that was not the right thing to do. She should never have put Scotty and Brett to go against each other, because that right there just sows seeds of mistrust between them. I'm sorry, I was talking, I missed your comment. Let me see if I can get it back. Who do you think she will put up? I personally believe that, and I put on my Twitter, Haleigh's going to initially nominate Tyler. Tyler's going to use his power app and is going to piss people off. Tyler can be renominated if someone wins the power veto. So if she goes and she says, I nominate Angela and Tyler for eviction, right then and there, Tyler's going to say, nope, I can't be nominated, use his power app, pissing off Angela, who saved him this week. And she's going to be on the block against potentially Brett. If Brett goes up because Tyler saved himself, selfishly, Brett may look at Tyler in a different way. This may rub people the wrong way, and that's what I'm hoping for. Because this week, during that meeting, you had Tyler saying, you lied about having the power. You lied, Bayley, you lied. Yeah, well, so did he. That's like the pot calling the kettle black. No, 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 not like. It is the pot calling the kettle black. No offense to, or pun intended, because I'm talking about Bailey here, but I don't know, y'all. That was a really good episode, and I feel like this is the beginning of a shift because this week, in my opinion, is going to be one of the most crucial for this season. Bailey going home, I'm not upset about. I'm not heartbroken. I think Rockstar deserves a chance to compete. I want Tyler's game to fall apart, and so I saw this, and I'm sure you guys remember it too with Paulie and Big Brother 18. He was everyone's shining champion, but then his true self showed up in the house, and he lost fans real quick, just like Bailey did. However, one of the things that I've noticed, and it happened in this little edit, they're trying to be really careful how they edit Tyler to casual viewers. I'm not sure how many of you are casual viewers or how many of you watch the live feeds in Big Brother After Dark, but I think that they want to keep Tyler around longer, and I'm not sure why. They have plenty of people to choose from as far as having a good winner for Big Brother 20, because in my opinion, all of them deserve to win because they're playing the best game that they know how to play. The Faute Hive Alliance, hate them for their gameplay, love them for their personalities. The exact opposite for level 6. Love their gameplay, hate their personalities. So right now, rooting for someone is exceptionally hard for me personally. I'm not sure how you all feel about it, but for this season, I prefer personality to gameplay because the gameplay that I'm seeing is a bunch of mimicry, and it's a bunch of mimicry from house guests that I didn't like. I didn't care for Paul. I didn't care for Andy, and I see a lot of their gameplay in this season. From Tyler, from JC, from Angela, and from Brett. I don't know. What do y'all think? I heard someone, or I saw someone type the same, like they feel the same way. I am too. Go America! Yes, America then. Yes, I'm glad Haleigh won. So if you're here to root for Haleigh, can I get a what type of what? Because I love that girl. I liked Haleigh from the second week. Initially, I was like, I don't really care for her. Haleigh's someone that is kind of a ditzy. No, that turned out to be Caitlyn. Now I'm like, yo, Haleigh is my everything. Haleigh is my, dare I say it, Janelle for season 20. Because don't get me wrong, I'm gay, but I love me a powerful woman. And I want her to be that woman this season. I thought it was going to be Rockstar. I thought it was going to be Bailey. But no, we're getting it. I got it wrong. It's Haleigh. And I'm there for it. Come on, Haleigh. I want her to go so far in this game. Her being the first hacker, her winning her first HOH. She is in line, in my opinion, right now to win the game, depending on who she's up against. If she's sitting in Final 2 next to Fessy or Rockstar, she's going to beat them. If they don't vote for her to win, that's a bitter jury. Because they're going to be like, oh, she just sluttered her way to the end. No, no, no. You guys misjudged her. And what happened? She whooped that ass. She whooped that ass. You don't like Haleigh because she's too dramatic. Blake, what? What? How is Haleigh too dramatic? Oh my god, no. If anyone's too dramatic, it was Bailey and Caitlyn. And they're both gone, so we don't have to worry about that. Rachel was dramatic too. But, I think out of all the people that have left so far, Winston was the most dramatic. He would be like, like everything was just dire for him, and you'd have Brett like, yo, Winston, chill the fuck out. And he just took it from 0 to 300 like that. He was just so crazy with it. But, let's talk about Bailey. Her behavior from this episode, she won a lot of my respect back. I've been on Twitter looking at some of the previous house guest replies, not from this season, but from seasons earlier, and they talk about how that house changes your personality. And I think that's what it was. Because can we not agree that people from the beginning of this show have sort of changed? The only people that have stayed constant, in my opinion, Rockstar, Scotty, Brett, and Casey. Everyone else has sort of changed a little bit. And I feel like it's the house. It's the paranoia. And yes, I'm an Aquarius too. What? Bahamas? I don't think Winston was a doctor. That was a running joke in the house. Winston wasn't really a doctor. He sold like tech machinery or something. But he wasn't a doctor. Tyler let Winston go so easily because he's an Aquarius. I will tell you, as an Aquarius myself, when it comes to relationships, especially relationships like that it's based on convenience, I would not have a problem with letting people in my alliance go. I'm not trying to be that guy, but you had June from season 4. She even said on her Twitter, it does not matter who goes home. If someone in your alliance is on the block and they're going home, if it isn't you, don't worry about it. And that's how I feel about it. If I'm not on the block, my best friend is on the block. Say I knew someone for 12 years and we went in the house together. He was on the block or she was on the block. And come on now, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're going home. I'm going to fight so hard for you. But it'll really be for me because you can't win the game anymore. Like, what am I supposed to do? They're taking out my best friend. How dare they? Life is not fair. I mean, come on now. I understand that you get emotionally attached to people in the house, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I would get like attached to someone in the house and not want them to go. But at the same time, me sitting here watching the show, I would never. $500,000 versus a friendship that may not last, because right now these people have the deserted island effect. They're in a house full of people and that's all they see. They believe after a certain point that this is all that there is. And Fessy brought up a really good point. If you're in the house for that long, that's all you know for 24 hours, 7 days a week. I mean, it's all you know, it's all you think you know. You forget about what you've got outside the house. And so maybe I'm overconfident, maybe I'm talking out my ass, but you never know. But anyway, y'all, I'm sorry, I've been rambling and I totally forgot my point, but I just remembered me gaining more respect for Bailey because her acting out over the past couple of weeks, she redeemed herself in my eyes a little bit with this exit interview. There are a lot of people who think that she's fake or she's phony, but this house changes people, and Casey, for whatever reason, seems to think that the people in the house, that's their true selves, and that's not the case, y'all. I can honestly say from the people that I've seen on the show come back and talk about the show and how it shapes your personalities and perception, that's not the case. Jeff from Big Brothers 11 and 13, he was like, yo, this house does stuff to people. And yeah, it does, because Jeff is a nice guy outside the house, but in the house, he can say some real dumb stuff. But anyway, so with Haleigh winning, I know some of y'all have y'all's picks for who she should nominate, and y'all have heard mine. What do y'all think? What do y'all think that she should do? Tell me what you think. There are 5 of you here. Tell me what you think. No one's typing anything. Before y'all were typing out of control. Can y'all hear me? Did it die? Sometimes it does that. Anyway, if there's nothing else to be said, because I know this video has gone on for a while, I'm about to go to the gym, so if you want to subscribe, like, share, follow, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram too, and I have these videos after every eviction, or not after every episode. I'm not gonna lie, I was this close to saying, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna watch the show anymore. After this episode, I'd be a damn fool not to watch the show anymore. I'm gonna be on these feeds, on the Twitter, looking stuff up, just all about it. See, okay, the problem with that, if she does the beating around the bush, okay, so Amy said that she wants Haleigh to initially nominate Angela and Brett and try and backdoor Tyler. The problem with that, Amy, is if she doesn't go for the direct approach, she may not get the opportunity, and he'll just slide on by. I think if she was smart, she already put him up once. It's not going to hurt to put him up again. It's not. So here's the thing. If Haleigh doesn't, or if someone from Faute does not win the hacker comp, then Haleigh's HOH could be for nothing. She would be safe, but if they send out Fessy or Rockstar, I mean, it'd be all for nothing. So Haleigh has to win it again, or it has to be given to Brett. No, blah. It has to be given to Rockstar, um, Fessy, or maybe even Scotty. If Scotty won the hacker comp, I don't think he would mess with Haleigh's nominations. I agree. I don't want Rockstar to go. However, Rockstar and Haleigh are public enemies one and two for the other side of the house. And I hope to God there's a breaking point where they finally realize, you know what? They're all working together. What are my thoughts on Scotty? I feel as if Scotty was swayed to the other side because the Faute Hive side couldn't get their shit together. Scotty already flipped. If you didn't know that before, you know it now. Scotty already flipped. He's the one who's like, you know what? Why don't we just vote out Bailey? We have to be on the right side of the house. He was trying to convince other people to go after Fessy because he wants to keep Haleigh around. But I don't think that they're going to keep Haleigh around longer now. Scotty, I do believe, likes Haleigh. Genuinely likes Haleigh. I'm not sure if it's reciprocated or not. However, I do believe that he was the reason why Fessy and Haleigh ended up voting out Bailey. Let's talk about that. Because if they had talked to Sam and realized Sam was voting to keep Bailey, that would have been the best. I said it earlier at the beginning of this video, but they just don't communicate well with one another. They just don't talk to each other. Scotty's gameplay is to strike when the iron is hot. And right now, there are no hot irons to strike. He's sitting back and he's biding his time because he's athletic, he's smart, but he's playing dumb. Sam has already called him on it, but Sam and Scotty get along. Sam and Scotty are going to be two people that I think everyone is going to be looking out for. As far as America goes, the house right now, they're too busy fighting each other. It's the whole Angela Tyler side versus the Rockstar and Haleigh side. And Brett and Fessy are non-factors for them. And it's sad because it's true. JC does not want to get rid of Fessy because he knows as long as Fessy is there, the Level 6 Alliance will have a need for JC. Once Fessy is gone, why would Level 6 need JC? I'm asking a genuine question. Do you guys believe that JC would be relevant if Level 6 got rid of Fessy? And I think JC understands his place in the Alliance because he can see who hangs out with the most people. He's always walking in to the Brett, Casey, Angela, Tyler conversations. They're never inviting him in. They will pull him aside one-on-one, but they never invite him in. And whenever he leaves, they all do the whole little thing that they do for the Level 6 Alliance. And I think JC, if he doesn't know it now, or he's going to find out soon enough that his ass is, he's not gonna be there for much longer. I personally don't like JC from a personal level, simply because if you don't watch live feeds, if you don't watch Big Brother After Dark, you don't see the very vulgar, very offensive person he is. I do believe that he has an issue with his height. And let me go off and say this. Medically speaking, JC is not a dwarf. He is very uncomfortable with who he is as a person. And so he thinks that he has to do and say all these outrageous things to get people distracted from his height. And it rubs me the wrong way. If you can't love yourself, no one's ever going to love you. JC doesn't throw that many comps. He says he throws comps, but like Caitlyn, he's lying. He gets so upset when he doesn't win a comp. He gets so upset. And he gets on there and he starts running his mouth saying, what kind of comp was that? That was stupid. That was luck-based, yada, 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 yada. He gets really upset when he doesn't win a comp. But it's the game. It's Big Brother. Sometimes you win, sometimes you don't. You just got to be good at certain things. But I will point out that certain comps are geared towards certain people. Brett and Haleigh had, I feel, an advantage in this last comp. Yes, yes, you're right, Blake. JC does convince himself that he throws comps. I will agree with that. Simply because, like Caitlyn, They just won't admit when they're wrong. We've seen that before where JC won't admit when he's wrong. So when he loses, it's almost like the same thing. Like he lost himself. He wronged himself, but he refuses to be wrong. So he didn't compete at his best. The comp was either bullshit in his eyes or he threw it. And that's what he tells people. And I think we all know better. He knows better, but it's better to live that fantasy. But anyway, y'all, I can't wait to see what happens on Big Brother After Dark. However, I need to go to the gym. It's chest day. And so I've got to get this pump going on before I can watch Big Brother After Dark. So I'm off to leave now because we're going on 21 minutes. And that's the longest video I have ever made. Thank you guys for making this much more fun for me. I enjoy the conversation. Amy, Blake, America, all of y'all, mwah, love you to death. I love that you guys come and support me after each and every episode, and I really thank you for making my channel much more fun. And if you guys, hello Deborah, if you guys wanted to, what do you mean they preempted BB for football? Wait, so you didn't get to see the show? What does that even mean? Someone else was talking about that earlier, about preempting Big Brother for football. Does that mean that the live show... So the live show, you guys didn't get to see it? Oh, that's terrible. I'm sorry, Deborah. If I were you, I wouldn't watch this video from the beginning. So when does the show start for you guys? Because I've never heard of that, a live show getting stopped. That is ridiculous. I would never want to have, that is ridiculous. Wow. I'm so sorry, Deborah. That is not cool. You guys got the short end of the stick because this was a good episode. It wasn't as good as Caitlyn getting evicted episode, but it had its high moments. This season, for me, by far the best season since season 14. People love 16. I didn't care for it. I felt like the house guests were dumb and they were very vanilla, not white, but they were boring because of what happened in season 15. But people love season 16. Don't ask me why. Don't really care. I thought it was boring. Season 20, I'm sad I didn't make it on there, y'all, but season 21 is not far away. When I saw season 19 and I was a semifinalist for that one and I didn't make it on, I'm like, damn, it's going to take forever. But are you talking about season 16, Amy? Or are you talking about tonight's episode? Because, yeah, tonight's episode, there was a lot of screaming and crying. Oh, poor Tyler, poor Bailey, everyone. Wham, wham. Oh, and there was some stuff said in the HOH room if you don't have live feeds that you didn't get privilege to. And if you're a JC fan, if you watch that, you probably won't be anymore. I'm telling you, JC is... If I was on... Okay, so Blake, people have asked me that before. And I'm sorry I keep making the video longer. But people have asked me who would I align with if I were in that house. Honestly, I cannot make that judgment call simply because I am not there. And knowing everything that I know, I would definitely say level 6 simply because they're smarter. Not because... But they're not really good at winning competitions. And that's the problem. I feel like if I align with level 6, I would be disposable. Because I wouldn't put up with Fessy the way JC seems to. JC has a weird fascination with Fessy. Fessy's not gay, yet JC wants him to be gay so bad. And it's kind of sad to watch. I mean, I'm not trying to be that guy, but JC is so desperate for some. He's looking for some, and he's not going to find that. He's not going to find that. The alliance is formed really early this season, and typically they fall apart. But good seasons like season 6 and this season, where the strong alliances are built at the beginning and they last to the very end, are some of the best seasons, as we're finding out. But y'all, 25 minutes. It's 25 minutes and I gotta go. Love you to death. Subscribe, like, and if you didn't get to watch the episode, I guarantee you record it or watch it at 2 a.m. It is so worth it. Mwah. Love you, Deborah. Love you, Amy. Hopefully, I'll be on Big Brother 21 next year, and y'all see me not on here because I won't be able to have my phone because I'll be in the winner's seat. But one can only hope. Mwah.